The old man's voice crackled like distant artillery over the battered wireless set, cutting through the damp hush of the Belfast pub.
What's happening? Why? This is bad.
Rain lashed the windows, and the blackout curtains trapped the stink of cigarette smoke and spilled stout. It was February 1946, but calendars meant nothing anymore. The war had stretched time into an endless grey slog.
We were knocking on Berlin's door that
He rasped. His words beamed from some hidden transmitter in the Antrim hills, dodging German jammers. The Yanks storming from the west, Monty's boys from the north, and the Reds crushing in from the east. Victory was ours for the taking. Then
nothing from Moscow.
lines went dead, no telegrams, no couriers, weeks dragged into months. No one spotted a single Russian uniform, not in the POW camps, not on the fronts. Small pockets held out. Aye, partisans in the Urals, diehards in the Siberian wastes. But the bear was bleeding out. A murmur rippled through the room. We knew the tale, but hearing it aloud made it real. I was Sean O'Reilly, 32, Catholic from the Falls Road, hand scarred from hauling crates at Harland and Wolf shipyards. I joined the IRA in 39, drilling in secret, smuggling Enfields from American sympathizers. I dreamed of driving the Brits out, uniting Ireland. But dreams turned to nightmares. And the bomb. The old man whispered, voice dropping like a confession. The atom splitter. Hitler's eggheads beat ours to it. Stole secrets from defectors, worked through the winter of 45. One blast on Moscow. City gone in a flash, Stalin vaporized the Kremlin a crater. The Red Army shattered, generals fighting among themselves, divisions surrendering wholesale. Small holdouts linger, but the Wehrmacht surged. Eisenhower's lads stalled at the Rhine, Montgomery's at the Elbe. Britain's on her knees, rationing tighter than 41. Truman's pounding the podium, but Congress dithers. Isolationists crying enough blood for Europe. The tide's turned, friends. The Fuhrer's eyes are on us now. The back door to Britain. The broadcast faded to static. I switched it off. The room erupting in low curses. Outside, the blackout hid flickers of fire on the horizon. German probes tested our lines. I drained my pint and stepped into the rain, collar up, a Webley revolver heavy in my pocket. The streets were ghost empty, patrolled by RAUC shadows and our own IRA watchers. I headed for the meeting point, the gutted warehouse by the Lagan docks. Food sloshing through puddles. A whistle cut the night. Two short, one long, our code.
Who goes?
Who goes? A voice growled from the dark. Herring go brag, I muttered.
Sean, you're cutting it fine.
Tommy McGuire materialized, cap pulled low, face hollow under street lamp glow. He was 25, a veteran of the S-Plan bombings in England. Sean, you're cutting it fine, the lads are edgier than a cat in a kennel. Scouts from Dublin say the South fell like dominoes. De Valera's lot, neutral, unarmed, too busy jawing about sovereignty to fight. Germans landed in Cork and Dublin 3 weeks back, met with open arms by some of our own fools who thought Hitler was Santa Claus with swastikas. I spat into the gutter. Aye, the old links. Promised arms, invasion, support, enemy of my enemy, they said. Now, Nazis are stringing up Republicans for hoarding food. Master race doesn't share power. We slipped into the warehouse, lantern light dancing on a dozen hard faces. Paddy Kearney paced, a grizzled bear of a man, his eyes burned like coals. Quiet, you lot intels and Clark paratroopers hit Bangor at dawn, secured the harbour unloading panzers. Donegeddy's next, fishing boats turned troop carriers, Portaferry too, cutting off the peninsula. They're linking with forces from the south, Cork's at U-boat nest now, Dublin flying the Eagle. The group stirred, hands twitching toward hidden weapons. I leaned against a crate, mind racing. The Brits had been our foe. But now, with Luftwaffe jets howling overhead, uneasy alliances form. We strike Guerrilla, Paddy snarled like the old days. Ambush patrols, sabotage bridges, petrol bombs, Molotovs with sugar clogs their tanks. Rocks if that's all you've got. We know these alleys, these hills, the troubles taught us. Barricades in 36, riots in the 30s, hit and fade. A young lad, barely 18, spoke up. And the prods? UVF vigilantes in the east? They're arming too, but they'll knife us first. Paddy's jaw tightened. Common foe for now, but eyes open, old blood feuds simmer. I nodded, thinking of the Shankill Protestants, loyal to the crown. They'd manned factories during the war. Now invasion united us, sort of. Meat broke, assignments given. Mine scout the coast road to Bangor. I hitched a lift on a coal lorry, driver muttering about Yanks. Gone now, yanked back to the Rhine, left us holding the bag. Bangor emerged from the mist, seaside charm scarred by war, boarded shops, sandbagged piers. I ditched the lorry, crept through hedgerows, German voices ahead, guttural commands. Peeking over a wall, Feldgrow uniforms swarming the harbour, unloading crates from barges. A Me-216 new screamed low, reckoning, heart pounding. I noted numbers, 2 companies, light armour. Crack, 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 gunfire from the bluffs. Protestant boys, I figured, UVF holdouts. I watched a German squad advance, Schmeissers spitting. A figure leaped from cover, civvy clothes, stun gun blazing, dropped 2 before bullets shredded him. That's when I saw James Thompson crouched behind a low wall, reloading a Lee Enfield. Know him from the yards, born Belfast like me, Protestant family. We'd squared off before, fists over pints about the border, he'd clocked me.
O'Reilly? The devil you doing here?
Same as you, Thompson, bleeding for Ulster. He grunted, no time for banter, patrol closed in, boots thudding. James logged me a milk bomb, British stock. Pin it, Mick show me IRA grit.
To the van! Go! I'm right behind you! Get in! Good!
A yanked hurl boom, shrapnel flying screams. We opened up, my Webley bucking, his rifle cracking. One Kraut clutched his throat, another crumpled. Fall back through gardens, breaths ragged, sirens wailed, reinforcements from Donegal. James slapped my back. Truce then, till Jerry's booted. I said wary, but after we danced the old jig, he chuckled dark. If there's dancing left. We parted, him to his lads, me dashing for Belfast. The road buzzed with rumours. Britain mobilising reserves, Churchill begging Yanks for jets of their own, Truman pushed Congress. The Pearl Harbor ghost haunted them. The Pacific War still raging, the public weary. If Germans consolidated Ireland, Channel crossings were next. The Ratty, that monster, ferried over. Back in the city, I linked with Tommy amid the chaos, barricades up in the falls, petrol fumes thick in the air. Under O's, I told him barely the prods fight fuse. He nodded, face grim. South's hell, Sean Court is a U-boat base, Dublin's a puppet regime. The IRA's fractured, some colluding, most underground, like us. The day dissolved into frenzy, a petrol bomb hurled at a German truck, flames licking the canvas. Driver screamed, burning, rocks pelted windshields, shattering glass. Like the stories my dad told me, 20s riots, UVF versus IRA, streets running red. But now, that was Stukas diving and bombs whistling. Brought along. I holed up in a safe house, nursing a graze on my arm. Bandaged it was rags, mind on family, ma in the convent, my brother lost in the blitz. James Thompson's face lingered in my mind, ally today, enemy tomorrow. The Nazis were the true foe, but old divides simmer. How long before we turned on each other? The wireless sputtered one last time. Resist, Ireland, the world watches. But the world was weary, America debated, Britain bled. The war stretched eternal, a guerrilla grind. I cleaned my Webley.
Arms check, Huts. A nation wants to get in! Hey, for God and Ulster! Paul Carson sends his regards. Drive them back to the docks! No more streets, you dogs! Drive them back! Stick to it, fight! resistance!